Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We know they want to cheat the election. You know, that's why they're all up in minds with their bullshit. You know what I mean? They're all up in minds with their bullshit. You know, but we see here where officials at the FBI repeatedly flagged alleged examples of election misinformation in early 2020 and late 2022. You know what I'm saying? To Twitter under its then uh, CEO Jack Dorsey. Oh yeah, they go to Luciferian bloodsucker with a platform in some cases removing accounts shortly after government outreach, according to emails published by the journalist Matt uh, Taibbi, Taibbi or whatever, in December 2022. Sorry to mess up the name, as part of the Twitter files. However, the Bureau, you know what I'm saying? We see the Bureau. However, you know what I'm saying? However, we see the Bureau. Hold on a second, people. You know what I mean? Hold on a second, people. We see, however, the Bureau has chose a sweeping record request from the right leaning watchdogs protect the public's trust that aims to uncover more information about this apparent partnership, claiming an unwarranted invasion of personal privacy could exist. Yes, it is. This is the whole point. We know that's what it was. Not only just the people's privacy, but also the election information that the people needed to know whether or not you cheated or not. You know what I'm saying? Because you would never prove that you didn't. And like I say, you don't got to prove it to me. I know you did, because there's many ways to cheat an election, not just saying machines and ballot boxes, whatever you want to call it. The FBI response to these requests is nothing short of bizarre. Of course, nothing short of retarded, bizarrely. Michael Chamberlain, director of Protect the Public's Trust, told the Washington Examiner they twisted the the substance of the request and then asserted the right to deny acknowledging if records even exist based upon their mangling interpretation, and even though they have already admitted that the records exist. Oh no, you know what I'm saying? Because they be running our Gestapo. You know what I'm saying? They be running our Gestapo. You know what I'm saying? Like in Germany, like in Germany, just before the war. You see, they be running this Gestapo. You know what I'm saying? They ain't fooling nobody with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? With that bullshit. We see experts against canceling Pride campaign for extremist threats and targets. You know what I'm saying? We see, we see here, we see here, we see a Coast Guard search for a man who fell off the Carnival Magic cruise ship. Imagine I can't even take a cruise anymore. Even that was Como famous move too, bringing that up into the harbor. You know what I'm saying? You know, Komodo Warras. We see China experts warn of very bad dynamic for U.S. as tension rises. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they could always tell us about what's going on in our country, but we don't hear too much about the garbage you do to the people over there in your country, but you always up in our business. You know what I'm saying? You always up in our business from what we see. You know what I'm saying? From what we see. in more ways than one. You were always up in our business, but when it comes to your shit, you know what I'm saying, we don't see too much of anything at all or hear anything other than the garbage in which you talking about. And nobody with that vote. Nobody with that vote. You know what I mean? They could get dramatic while they over there shaking hands and shit, sliding, greeting. This is Alice Warren 15 hours ago, Fox Business News. You know what I'm saying? But we see the creep Joe Biden administration is facing scrutiny once again for failing to meet China's provocations after their ban on micron chips. Mm-hmm. Gordon Chang, you know what I'm saying, Gatestone Institute senior fellow and vocal critic of the administration's handling of China, sounds the alarm on the dramatic farming, uh, farming between the U.S. and its longtime adversary. This really is a very bad dramatic, very bad, is a very bad dramatic for us. Chan warns for following China ban on microns, the U.S. leading producer of semiconductors. The reason why this is important is because the security review that Beijing said that it conducted on Micron products that was bogus from every indication, Chan explains. Oh yeah, we beginning to see a whole lot of garbage going on, you know what I'm saying? A whole lot of garbage going on. We see vigilance in Haiti having impact on rampant gang violence. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that gang violence in Haiti is to liberate the people rather than to take over the country and kill everybody that's smoking and moving. You know what I'm saying? But we see against rampant gang violence. Regular citizens are taking back the streets of Haiti's capital, human rights groups say. You know what I'm saying? But we see in this matter, in this matter, we see where in Haiti, vigilance in Haiti, I guess vigilantes, I guess, I don't know, in Haiti killed at least 160 suspected gangsters over the past month. You know what I'm saying? The report coming in, citing data from the local Haitian Haiti, or whatever they call it, Haiti, Human Rights Research Group, you know what I'm saying, CART. The improved, the impoverished Caribbean, the impoverished, and not the impoverished, you mean you made it impoverished. Again, capitalism at its best. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You made Haiti or Haiti what it is. Because the Dominican Republic and Haiti, you know what I'm saying, is one piece of land that you separated way back then when the Europeans and the Dutch, Portugal or Portuguese went in there and had enslaving the people and breeding up the black women and created a whole race you call the the Dominican Republic. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no more of the raping of the black woman on that land, and then turn around and put a line in between and put the children he breeded up from all these black women, this so-called, uh, 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 I guess he was some kind of Catholic pope or priest or whatever, you know what I'm saying, enslaving black people and raping the women and breed up a whole bunch of these light-skinned kids, you know what I'm saying, that you see in the Dominican Republic today. You know what I'm saying? Those are no more, you know what I'm saying, than, the raping of the black woman. You know what I mean? So, when we look at Haiti and Haiti, whatever you want to call it, under these conditions, a lot of this stuff was made to happen to that because you can't separate the land that way. You know what I'm saying? Just because you have Chicago over here and Washington, D.C. over here, it's still one land. It's still one United States. You know what I'm saying? But over there, you have it where over here's the Dominican Republic and over here is Haiti, the same land. How is that possible? You know what I'm saying? You see? So we know that's an invasion in our ways. You know, they're not fooling me, but I hope that the vigilantes doing the right thing in getting the country on its feet, and you also need to do the same thing for the influx of these different United States people who come over here and been raping the country and sucking out the oil and all kinds of stuff and doing all kinds of things under the leadership of Papi Abdul and many of those idiot people that was leading the country. You know what I'm saying? Giving away all the materials and goods and all of this and that while he starved his people literally to death. Talking about Papa Abdul and all these different leadership that was in Haiti doing a bunch of garbage and sitting up there justifying it, and nobody stepped up to do anything because they were constantly raiding and sucking the country dry of all its natural resources. Don't give me that bullshit talking about it's the poorest. No, it's not. Impoverished, I mean. You made it that way. I'm saying migrant bus to Albany County as New York grapples with influx. Oh yeah, you gonna get plenty of that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get plenty of that. You know? You gonna get plenty of that coming on their table while they're sitting up there playing around. We have to start looking at things from a more better perspective. You know what I'm saying? From a more better perspective because a lot of things that is going on today has shown in more ways than one the foolishness of these people. And, even when we look at the suburbs, even Democrats lost. Now they willed all the power. They're willing all their power. You know what I'm saying? Biden is more, fearful than the Ukrainians are. Yeah, because look at the garbage that he's doing. I don't care what faithful he talking about. He ain't fearing me. He showing me straight garbage. You know what I'm saying? We see FBI Director Weary threatens with contempt by Kevin McCarthy as investigation into the creep Joe Biden's family heats up. Yeah, they need to heat it up. You know what I'm saying? We see the creep Joe Biden call for immediate repeal of Uganda's anti-gay. You can't tell Ugandans what to do when it comes to their law, homeboy. Nobody in with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You can't go around the whole world telling the people to accept some garbage that you have in your head amongst your Luciferian heart and the bullshit of the chaoticness of this Luciferian devil worship situation that y'all find yourself into. You know what I'm saying? And driving across this land. You can't tell the Ugandans what to do. You know what I'm saying? Ugandans look out for Ugandans. You know what I'm saying? You keep that unnatural overstanding to yourself. You know what I'm saying? To yourself. But we see here black drivers, a police officer first 45 words are a potence or a portent of what's to come. You know what I'm saying? Well, we need to start working on the relationship because, like I said, when you look at the word law, you change it around, it spells wall. So that's the wall between you and them. You know what I'm saying? So we have to start looking at this from a better perspective. Even when we come up here, we see the demon Democrats lost. Now they're wielding all their power, whether carving themselves out of a tax or fund. It's either carving themselves out of a tax to fund the MTA or killing the governor's missing proposal. It's a great time to be ripping the suburbs. Oh yeah, they don't want to do a whole bunch of that garbage anyway. But we see the 2022 state legislation elections in the suburbs were quite an extension. Uh, ex, extension event for the Demon Democrats. You know what I'm saying? You know, I guess some kind of bull, you know what I'm saying, for the Demon Democrats, but it was a close call. They lost 4 state Senate seats on Long Island after entering the cycle, holding 6 of the 9. The Hudson Valley fared better, but only just, but only just. Republicans flipped 1 Senate seat and won a new district created through redistricting, not to mention the congressional bloodbath. You know what I'm saying? The remaining Demon Democrat senators in the region won by a skin of their teeth. And Governor Kathy Hochul lost every suburb of New York metro area outside of Westchester in the close gubernatorial contest in 2 decades. Her, her opponent, a popular Republican member from the suburbs. Yeah, okay. As we see, as the garbage continue. You know what I'm saying? As the garbage continue. You know? We seeing the garbage. Oh yeah. We see Creep Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Creep Joe Biden warns Ugandans will face sanctions and other penalties if severe gay law is not immediately repealed. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. You can still talking that garbage. I wouldn't listen to anything Creep Joe Biden has to say. You know what I'm saying? And you need to tell them, tell Creep Joe Biden to get out of Africa, along with every foreigner that don't belong there. I go for Arab Boy and everyone else that don't belong there, because Africans were there first. And Africans were brought to that land in order to keep that land in its rightful place. You corrupted it in many ways. So don't think that your additives came into Africa with some glory land shit. You know what I'm saying? We see Nevada Demon Democrats pass measures to fine school boards, you know what I'm saying, $5K a day for a transgender sports ban. Okay. So you want to charge them uh, 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 5K a day for transgender sports, man. So Nevada passed a measure to fine school board. Oh yeah, forcing it into the minds of our children. So that tells you how many of these people are in our government and have been infiltrating our government and planning this shit out for years. Don't give me that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We see U.S. Border Patrol Chief is retiring following the Title 42 restrictions at the U.S. Mexican border. You know what I'm saying? We see the AOC threatens to leave Twitter after Elon Musk prompt the disgusting, dis, disgusting account impersonation of her. Well, goodbye, because nobody cares about you. You're a stupid idiot, and we hope that you never come back. Or not case or OC or whatever you call yourself. But we see Gates passing debt deal without Republican majority would likely trigger an immediate motion to oust McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? To oust McCarthy. As we see. As we see. You know what I mean? We see Lord Bull praises man who screamed profane at the AOC nutcase banana boat itself. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I praise him too. Because he said the right things. You know what I'm saying? He said the right things. You know? He just screamed at her dizzy behind. You know what I'm saying? False claim, Trump increased debt more than any other president. Fact check. I don't believe that shit one bit. Because he only had 4 years. So that's a bull-faced lie. You know what I'm saying? But when we look, the claim that Trump increased the debt for far more than any president in history. A May 17th Facebook post You know what I'm saying? Direct link, achieve link, whatever it shows a black and white image of several members of Congress gathered together. Gathered together. The post criticized Republicans for attacks on the poor and the sick with threats of, catastrophe, debt default, then made a claim about Trump, the President Donald J. Trump. Trump increased that debt far more than any president in history, the Post said, in part. Under Trump Republicans under Trump's Republicans and even Democrats had no objections to the rising debt ceiling, but ceiling 3 times. House Majority Leader Hakeem Jeffries shared a similar claim on Twitter, got over 11,000 likes. A version of that post was posted on Facebook by a left-wing account, Occupy Demon Democrat, and shared more than 900 times. You know what I'm saying? Following the Facebook and so on, like our page, so forth and update. But our rating is false. The total federal debt increased more under the Obama administration in terms of raw dollar than any other president, according to the government. You know what I'm saying? And that's understandable because he had 8 years, according to the government data. Experts say it is difficult to determine how much debt one president is responsible for, since spending and policies can carry over from one administration to another. You know what I'm saying? But that still don't shake the ground.